Good evening. It's great to have you with us here on a Monday night. We have a lot of news to get to tonight, but we are here in Charleston where we witnessed that once-in-a-lifetime cosmic event, along with millions of Americans today, the total solar eclipse. The first seen coast to coast across America in nearly a century. This NASA satellite image showing the shadow of the moon moving across the country. And down here, millions drawn together to take in the breathtaking view from Oregon to the Adler Planetarium in Chicago to Times Square in New York City. Tonight, the massive traffic as millions now try to make their way home. Our team across the entire country today, and ABC's senior national correspondent Matt Gutman leading us off.
After so much anticipation, it arrived right on schedule. The celestial matinee turning night today in Lincoln City, Oregon, the first stop for totality.
Oh my, it is just absolutely spectacular. Look how dark it is, how quiet it is. The air is still. This is like being in the eye of a hurricane.
Next up, the place known as Solar City.
I'm almost speechless. The crowd here is absolutely ecstatic. I'm going to have our cameraman, Glenn, turn down the lights. You actually get a sense of how... Turn it off, Glenn. Let's see how dark it really is. It's pitch black here. This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Madras, Oregon going dark for 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Then that sliver of sun coming back.
100,000 people just in this part of Oregon outside of Madras, feasting their eyes on a spectacle that many of us will never get to see again.
The shadow marching eastward, averaging 1,800 miles an hour, reaching a place known as Carhenge in Alliance, Nebraska. American cars forming a replica of Stonehenge built by a family 30 years ago.
38 cars rescued from nearby farms, from the dumps. They painted them all gray, but right now, you can't see the color. You can just see the outline of them under that extraordinary moment there.
The spectacle landing in city after city, including the so-called capital of the eclipse, Carbondale, Illinois. But Carbondale, which should have had 2 minutes and 41 seconds of darkness, was darkened by something else. Clouds.
You guys have brought us into the drama. You've got 45 seconds there, and it all depends on the weather system above you.
Thousands who traveled there crestfallen.
They're looking up because this might be the only and best shot of it they get.
But then, with just seconds left, the clouds part.
There it is. There it is.
What an extraordinary gift right there in the last final few seconds.
In Kelly, Kentucky, something else emerges in the sky.
And we can see Venus at this point here in Kelly, Kentucky.
I love the fact that you can see Venus.
Even the president stepping out of the White House to watch. Finally, the last major stop for the Great American Eclipse, Charleston, South Carolina. The clouds cooperating.
You know, it really puts us in our place as far as our role in the cosmos, doesn't it? The fact that we here on Earth are part of something much bigger.
And then, sky gazers starting to make the long journey home. In remote Rigby, Idaho, bumper-to-bumper traffic for miles.
You can see the traffic coming out of Idaho Falls goes as far as the eye can see.
This traffic jam started precisely as the eclipse ended. People already had packed, gotten into their cars.
One family heading back to California.
And how long do you expect that to take you with this traffic?
About 20 hours.
20 hours? Was it worth it? 20 hours?
Oh, yeah!
As it was for a nation of Americans soaking up the Great American Eclipse.
That was a resounding answer from that family there, Matt. Matt Gutman joining us live tonight from Madras, Oregon. The total eclipse was really stunning, especially where you are. But now, hours later, those lines, that traffic, people still trying to get out?
That's right, David. Earlier we saw the Great American Eclipse, but this afternoon we got to see the Great American Escape. And tonight, broad swaths of the Northwest in gridlock. In fact, it took people over 3 hours just to get out of the parking lot here in Solarfest. And I asked one motorist, was it worth it? She responded, it was totality worth it. Got to have a sense of humor. David.
We get it, Matt. The Great American Eclipse and now the great trip home. Matt, thank you. There were so many powerful, breathtaking images. We have two more quick questions on this tonight before we move on. Let's bring in our meteorologists who were on all afternoon with me. Ginger Z in Nashville, Rob Marciano in Lincoln City, Oregon tonight. And first, Ginger, the temperature change, how much did it actually drop during the eclipse? We were expecting 10, 12 degrees. And why were we so lucky? It seemed there was cloud cover in so many locations, and suddenly the clouds opened up. It happened over and over again.
Well, let's do temperature first, David. We officially dropped 6 degrees here in Nashville, but our affiliate WKRN had somebody in Gallatin, Tennessee, dropped up to 14 degrees. So there are places, even in the west, that saw a good 10 to 12 degree drop. As far as those clouds, let me tell you, the number one ingredient to make that cloud, you need moisture, but of course you need sunlight. You take that sunlight away and watch what happens. We have this from the National Weather Service in Mobile. It's a time lapse. You saw all the clouds there. Then the shadow of the moon takes away, just like oxygen taking away from a fire, all the clouds get suppressed and squashed, and then once the sun comes back, they start building again. So that certainly had something to do with the reduction in clouds. David?
Yeah, whatever the reason, we welcomed it in so many cities along the way. And Rob Marciano, NASA really wanted to study that corona today, the sun's atmosphere. We really don't see it with the naked eye, of course, but millions of Americans certainly saw the corona today.
Yeah, that's something you can only see during a total eclipse. It's the outer atmosphere of the sun, a plasma of hydrogen. It burns really, really hot, and it turns different colors throughout the event, so it is certainly something spectacular to see.
And Rob, that diamond ring, the stunning moment as we traveled from state to state, what causes that effect?
Well, as you know, the surface of the moon is not regular, so it's the first and last glimpses of the sun before and after totality, and then the last part of that corona, and it looks like a diamond ring, another surreal vision that we witnessed today. Incredible, David.
All right, our team of meteorologists, Rob Marciano and Ginger Z, our thanks to both of you for our coverage all day long. In the meantime,